What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to be talking about the new album from the band Immortal entitled Northern Chaos Gods. This came out on Nuclear Blast Records. This is their first album in a long time, since 2009's All Shall Fall. This band kind of has went through a lot recently. In 2015, Abbott left, who was kind of their front man that everybody knows Immortal by. So everybody kind of wondered, like, are they done or not? No, they're going to continue. Their guitar player Demon Has is on vocals, and he's kicking ass in writing riffage and all sorts of stuff on this one. And so it was kind of interesting of like, well, is it going to be any good? I don't know. Immortals, they're a black metal band, and I think they're one of the best ones out there. Personally, like, some of their older stuff is just fucking amazing. Especially, I'm just a massive At the Heart of Winter fan. I think that album's just amazing because it has the melody and it has the heaviness, and I love Immortal for those two things. And so it was interesting what's going to happen with this album. And I think right away, a few months when they released the title track as their first single, kind of sent a message of saying, like, hey, yeah, we're still here. We're ready to rip your fucking face off. And when I first heard Northern Chaos Guides, which personally is probably my favorite track on here still, I was like, wow, I cannot believe like how just ferocious and so in your face this track is, and it still feels that way. It's an amazing way to start this album off because those riffs just are so awesome, especially with the drum work behind it. So much energy. It's amazing. In every time, the chorus comes around, it's Northern Chaos Gods. It makes me feel angry. I want to fucking mosh with my cats, It's awesome. It's incredible songwriting that really just gets in you somehow. It's the riffage in the vocals and how they're going together, to me, that just gets me every time. But then, I was like obviously very curious on what the rest of it sounds like, because that song's cool. Is the rest of it going to be good? And yes, I think this album is really good. I think personally this is one of the best Immortal albums, period. And definitely I think it's better than their last one, All Shall Fall. And I like that one. To me, it was a little bit more on the slower, more melodic side, which, like I said, I like when Immortal does that sort of stuff, and there's some of that here. But it's something about just how in your face this album is and how just non-stop it is with its energy that just, to me, takes it to a whole nother level. And it works too. There's Into Battle Ride, the second track on here, Grim and Dark, Call to Ice, Where Mountains Rise, Blacker of Worlds. I mean, that's almost every track on here. But all those songs, they're centered around, to me, a really catchy riff with very simplistic vocals over the chorus, but it works and it gets stuck in your head to where you're like, oh, Call to Ice, yeah, I know this song, it's great. This song rips, and it's just right away, as soon as the riff starts for any one of those tracks, you instantly know that, like I said, that's Call to Ice, that's When Mountains Rise. When Mountains Rise is just really good, especially I love the riff during the chorus there, and so that's something I really like. But then you have Grim and Dark, which no pun intended, is what I feel one of the darkest tracks on this album. And Immortal's always been a dark band, but that one just the way everything sounds in that track is really well done. But then you have the most epic track on here for sure, Mighty Raven Dark, which is excellent, an excellent way to end this album. And when they put that one out too, ahead of time, I was like, wow, this is cool, because I felt it was smart how they were kind of pushing this album, because they only put out Northern Chaos Gods and then Mighty Raven Dark, where it's like, okay, Northern Chaos Gods, in your face, yeah, we're here, and Mighty Raven Dark is, hey, if you have been a fan of the past few Immortal albums, I'll say, At the Heart of Winter, Sons of Northern Darkness, All Shall Fall, maybe, this could be a little bit more up your alley. Mighty Raven Dark is amazing, and it's one of those songs where, especially when it starts, you just throw the horns up in the air. It's like, this is just so badass, and the whole thing is just incredible. It's 9 minutes long. It has great melody, great hooks to it, from both vocals and guitar. It's a strong track to end on, for sure. And I think another thing that I love about this one is Immortal have always sounded really good to me. And especially as their career went on, as they got a little bit more popular, their production got a lot better, and everything. And All Shall Fall is a very produced album to me. I think it sounds good, don't get me wrong. But this one, I think it was a very great decision to tone back that and just something more raw, especially in the guitar tone. Everything sounds very raw, and it's very, to me, very intentional that they did that, and I think it makes the album so much better. I mean, if it was a more produced album like we hear from most bands today, don't get me wrong, I think it still could have been awesome, but I think toning that down is good. You know, I love good productions, and they can really benefit a band sometimes. But then there's some bands where, you know, their energy is better captured when the production isn't the greatest thing in the world that they could possibly do. When it's a little bit raw and dirty, and I like that. In Northern Chaos Gods right away just says, hey, this is a little bit toned down. It's not as produced as it maybe could have been. I like that. I like that a lot. Overall, I think this is just a solid album. This is just a really fun album to listen to, and one that I'm thoroughly enjoying. Ever since it came out on Friday, I can't stop listening to it. It's good. Let me know what you think of the Northern Chaos Gods, the new album from Immortal. Thanks for watching. See you later.